Hello, my beloved soul siblings. Kristen Brown here. I just got off my live daily talk over on the Noom Vibe app. My first guest came up and she started to talk about the mother wound, which started this whole snowball effect, and everybody else started to come up and talk about their mother wounds as well. And this made me realize that the mother wound is a very, very common wound. There's a lot of people out there in the world who have dealt with a mother who is condescending, who is critical, that you could never do enough for, that you never felt like you were truly loved or accepted for who you are. And if this sounds like you, then I hope you stick around and listen to this talk to the end, because I feel like I have a couple of words of encouragement that might help you shift your perception so that you can start yourself on the healing path. There's nothing that breaks my heart more when I hear people talking about a mother who is not supportive, who literally has hurt them and created some of the wounds that they are now trying to heal. And when I heard these ladies talking about this today, it just broke my heart, because I know that, we come out of this person and there's this bond that takes place right from birth, because we were inside of her womb and we remember her voice and we remember the vibration of her and her heartbeat. And as any human being naturally does, we have this innate feeling that we want our parents to be proud of us, especially our mothers. So when I hear about grown people, I'm talking grown people in their 40s, 50s, and 60s, who have been carrying around this mother wound, it just absolutely crushes me. One of the first things that I want you to understand, and this is really foundational stuff, and I hope that this cracks you open and you can start to see your mother through a different lens, and that is the old adage that hurt people hurt people. Well, I've changed that and upgraded it a little bit to say wounded people wound people. You'll hear me talking a lot on this channel about us human beings being the walking wounded. We acquired wounds from our youth that have shifted the way we think. It has provided a filter through which we see life, the way we act. It taints everything in our life. And the healing journey is actually about removing that filter layer by layer by layer by layer. And that's what reveals our true worth, our true self, that who we came here as. But unfortunately, there's a lot of people out there who have not done their healing work, and then they step into the parenting role. And I've heard things as awful as, you were an accidental pregnancy and you were never meant to be here, and you should be grateful that I allowed you to be here. I mean,
Can you imagine the weight that that puts on an individual whose mother has said something so heinous to them?
or no matter what you do, it's never good enough. Or you have a big win and they're like, yeah, that's fine, but what about this? And they're always one-upping you and cutting you down and making you feel like.
Ultimate shit.
And I first just want to extend you a really, really big hug and say, it's not your fault.
It's not your fault.
You didn't create this, you can't control this, and you can't cure it. You are quite literally the collateral damage of your mother's wounding. The things that she says to herself, the way that she feels about herself, she has projected all of her insecurities and all of her lack of worth onto you. And you, as an innocent being in this world, coming up through life, being powerless and weak against the authority of this human being in your life, you believed her. And so you likely have spent the majority of your life thinking that there's something wrong with you and that you're not good enough. And you might even be thinking that until I get my mom's approval, I can't chase after those things in life that I want, because a mother's approval in your mind is the ultimate approval. So the first thing that I want you to understand is your mother was highly wounded from her childhood and from her life. She did not heal herself, and she bled those wounds all over you, which now became your wounds. And now you are carrying it. And this is what's called the generational curse or the generational pattern. So it's up to you, believe it or not, it's up to you to break this curse and to break this pattern by understanding that this was just another human being in the world, even though it was your mother.
I know it sucks. I know it's hard.
But even though it was your mother, she is literally just another human being in the world who has been hurt, and you were the collateral damage of that. The same is true if you're with a narcissistic type person. They are hurt, they are wounded, and they are bleeding those wounds all over you. Where we can really do ourselves a great service is by separating ourselves from their wounding and the things that they say and the way that they act and who we truly are. You are a brilliant, beautiful work of art. You are one and never again. There will never be another you on this planet, nor was there ever a you before you were here. You are quite literally a miracle and a work of art, and you are on purpose. And you don't need your mother's approval to know this about yourself. And your healing journey is going to require that you start to give to yourself all the things that you wish you had gotten from your mother. This is what self-healing looks like. It's about stopping at the mercy of the outside world to fill those holes. Those holes may have been created by somebody else, but you have the capacity and the ability to fill them. So if you want acceptance from your mother, start accepting yourself. If you want love from your mother, start loving yourself. If you want compassion from your mother, start being compassionate with yourself. If you want her to speak kindly and gently to you, then start speaking kindly and gently to yourself. If you wish she would nurture you or protect you, then you nurture and protect yourself. Oftentimes, our self-worth cup has been depleted by the behaviors of people who were wounded, who were not healthy, who were in proximity to us, and who bled that all over us. But getting their approval is not the cure. You have the cure, and it's called self-love. So first, understand your mother was wounded and she bled those wounds over you. Second, understand that you can reparent yourself to a place where your self-worth is solid, you love yourself, you're empowered, you respect yourself. And third, you have the capacity to forgive her for not being all that you needed her to be, so that you can cut that toxic tie between you and her. Now, I'm not saying that you don't have to see her anymore. That's not what I'm saying. But to break that energetic tie that has linked her to your self-worth. You are worthy. You were born worthy. You were in an unfortunate set of circumstances, but it's not your fault. You didn't create this, and you can't fix her. So stop waiting for her to have this massive epiphany that she's been a terrible mother and that she needs to start treating you a certain way. Our job here is to reclaim our true worth and personal power by loving ourselves. And I know that you got this. I hope this message helped you. And I would certainly love if you leave a comment below. Tell me what you picked up from this. Maybe that you got inspired. Ask a question if you have a question. I do my best to respond to every single comment. And if you're new here, be sure to hit that subscribe button. Don't forget to turn on notifications so that you are notified when I upload new videos and I go live. And until next time, remember, there's nothing wrong with you. There never was. You are beautiful. You are a work of art. You deserve to be seen and to be heard and to be celebrated. But that starts with you seeing yourself that way.